Hello Internet. About a month ago, I released a video with spoilers from data mining that had uncovered information about the DLCs, as well as some other speculated details about the Minecraft Dungeons game before it had released. Well, a few days ago, an official Minecraft Dungeons blog article was released, which confirmed a great many of the details around the DLC. Namely, the first DLC will be a jungle island, and the second will be a frozen island. With both of the aforementioned DLCs having their maps leaked already, we can start getting a good insight into how these maps will be structured, where the missions may take place, and what kind of environments we may be playing in. I also have some texture resources which give us some in-depth insight into some of the mobs that we may come against, and some early weapon sprite sheets that were leaked may give some clues into some of the weaponry and artifacts that are available as well. So stay tuned until the end for these extra details. First things first, let's see what the article has to say. You probably already know that we're currently working on new content for Minecraft Dungeons, especially if you've purchased the Hero Edition. However, what you might not know is that the first of the two planned DLCs, Jungle Awakens, is coming in July. Okay, before we go any further, let's focus on that. The first DLC is coming in July. That means there's no more than 2 months wait until we get our hands on the first DLC. That is epic. However, it also says the first of 2 planned DLCs, which raises some questions, especially since players are speculating how the Nether portal at camp will be integrated. It also confirms the DLC's name to be Jungle Awakens, as shown in the splash art as well. In this adventure, you'll enter a distant, dangerous jungle to fight a mysterious power in 3 new missions. To defeat the terrors hidden among the vines, you'll have new weapons, armor and artifacts at your disposal. Right, so we already have more to break down here. Firstly, we're guaranteed 3 missions for this DLC. The number of missions in Creeping Winter is not yet confirmed. This is also where it's explicitly stated that we will have extra weapons, armor and artifacts available in this DLC. More on that in a minute. You'll get to meet the Leapleaf, Jungle Zombie, Poison Quill Vines and others. I've heard their social skills are lacking though, so gear up. This section here gives us quite a good insight into some of the available mobs. Data mining has already uncovered some texture overlays for the zombies, with both the jungle and frozen themes. However, all of these other names are new to me. A Leapleaf and a Poison Quill Vine both sound intimidating, but honestly, I don't know what to expect yet, and I'm looking forward to it. That being said, we may be able to gather some clues from the image. Once you've had enough of the jungle heat, you'll explore some frozen peaks in Creeping Winter. The second edition to Minecraft Dungeons will be coming later this year, so keep an eye on this blog and our social for future sneak peeks. And on that subject, consider subscribing if you like this format as well. The end of the article goes on to confirm some details about the second DLC. It will be named Creeping Winter, and is coming sometime later this year, though no specific date is given just yet. Did you think that was it? Far from it. The team is also working on adding crossplay functionality, and cool new free content for Minecraft Dungeons that everyone will receive, regardless of edition. We'll come back with more details in the coming weeks. To conclude, this article goes on to confirm that crossplay is work in progress and is coming soon. It also confirms that more content is coming, regardless of which edition you have, meaning you don't need a hero pass to get your hands on whatever is coming. Okay, so now that we've read the article, it's time to get into some data mining and some speculation. Note that the information that follows isn't officially confirmed. A lot of the stuff may be from the game files, but this doesn't mean that it's going to make it into the finished product. Number 1, let's talk maps. Starting with the Jungle Island, a data mined resource shows the different mission names that we will encounter. Dingy Jungle looks like the starting area, is closest to the coast, and it makes sense that we've sailed here. We see a less overgrown area, with beachy themes, and a stone structure overlooking a body of water. Additionally, there's an entrance into the side of the mountain, which looks man-made, and could potentially be a dungeon. Next, moving on to Bamboo Gulf, we see this is heavily panda-themed. The giant building in this area is a panda head, and it's also surrounded by bamboo. I would imagine we will be encountering a panda or two within this area. Lastly, Overgrown Temple looks like it could be the boss area. Not only is it the most built up area on the island, but it also lies at the top of the hill, as though we are working our way up to the boss encounter. Surrounded by taller trees, I feel like this will be the endgame of the Jungle Island. Next comes the Frozen Island. Lost Settlement looks like it might be the initial place we land. It's got a dock area, and similar to the last island, it makes sense that we've come here by sea. This area is a small village, though whether the inhabitants are hostile or friendly is another matter. With a clear progression along the path, we come to frozen fjords. This will be quite a desolate and icy landscape. There isn't too much around, but there is plenty of ice. From here, we enter the Lonely Fortress. This is clearly the end game. Whether there is a boss in here or not, I don't know, although I find it quite likely. It's a built-up castle area, and what lies inside is anybody's guess. I would imagine plenty of skeletons, zombies, and other hostile mobs. I don't imagine this place being so friendly. Across from the castle, we can see another small village on an iceberg. While it doesn't have a mission marker, it's possible that this will be some kind of location we can access, such as this island's dungeon. Perhaps a haunted village that we must clear out. I don't know with certainty, but it seems like too much detail to have an entire village just as a background decoration. Next, let's talk mobs. To start with, zombies and skeletons are featured here too. Unsurprisingly, however, they come with overlay textures to give them a bit of atmospheric vibe. Zombies come with vines or icicles, and skeletons have a mossy form for the jungle as well. Next come the more exciting jungle mobs. These are the new ones that we haven't really seen before. I don't really know what these three are, but the file name for these next two is Leaper. These could be the Leapleafs, or they could be something else. This jack-o'-lantern trap is also an interesting one. And in my Nazi zombie wave survival mod, I actually came against one of these. So if you want to see one in action, check out the archived livestream in the description below, or wait however long it takes me to edit it down into a highlight. Finally, there is this poison vine. Before getting onto the big man himself, the jungle Abomination. This is what is likely the boss encounter, and he is damn big. Some of the modders also managed to get him to spawn in the camp area. Finally, there is a texture file for a mob named a Chillager, along with a Parrot, which is apparently another pet that we can unlock, though it's not clear if this is through the Hero Edition, or if this is available to everybody. Last, but not least, is the weapons. There isn't too much that I can cover here, however, there seem to be 2 artifacts, and some insight into one of the weapons that can be given. Corrupted seeds seem like a jungle artifact. They grow grapple vines, which inflict poison. They briefly entangle mobs, and poison the mobs that they entangle. The ice staff, on the other hand, creates large ice blocks that can crush your foes. They deal artifact damage and stun mobs. The ice wand was trapped in a tomb of ice for ages, sealed away by those who feared its power. And finally, the last piece of information is the weapon. It's almost guaranteed that one of the weapons available in the Jungle DLC will be whips. This seems to be featured on the splash art. Presumably the bow they are showing off will be a unique jungle item as well as the axe that is being held, and this wolf armor worn by the character behind. With that, I think I have covered just about everything I can relating to the upcoming Jungle DLC and other DLCs surrounding it, along with other official and unofficial updates. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you noticed anything else that I missed out, be sure to comment it down below, and consider subscribing for more content. For now, I hope to see you in the future.